Happy Sunday, my beautiful ladies. So I just did a video for one of my friends. Um, Actually one of my athletes who I 100% call a friend, who asked me earlier this year to hold her accountable. And I know that when you joined this 90-day group, right, this 20 pounds and up group, that part of that was me holding you accountable. And I really wanted to, this has just been on my heart, and I really wanted to talk about what that means and maybe what it means to me, coming from a coach. And I actually, part of my conversation with her, at our gym and with many of you, we are on a friend basis. And so much of what I love about my gym is it has brought me amazing friends. And I have that, my relationship with those people goes well beyond a gym coach, a gym owner, and the members that go to her gym, right? We are friends. And I love that. But it makes it very hard to coach someone and be friends with them. However, I will tell you this. Over my years, I have learned it's very easy for me for me to take off my friend hat and put my coaching hat on. I do not have an issue speaking as a coach when it's time to speak as a coach, still with the most love and respect. But I have learned to do that. And I say that because it's hard to hear those things, right? A friend, a lot of the times, will kind of sugarcoat things and maybe not tell you exactly what you should be told, right? We don't want to hurt people's feelings. When a coach, generally speaking, doesn't have that relationship with someone, and I feel like there's times when you have to always speak truth. I don't mean that, but when you kind of separate that, you're able to speak more truthfully, right? And maybe a little bit more directly, still out of love, right? Still tactfully. We would never hurt feelings, but we get to say things. And so here's what accountability means to me. I feel like the things that in this relationship, right? Take our friend relationship away. In this relationship, this challenge group, even our boot camp group, it you have asked me to hold you accountable to your health, your wellness, your weight, eating healthy, working out, being consistent, taking supplements that are going to help with that, taking supplements that are going to fill in the gaps of where we lack so that we can reach our goals and really be at our full potential, right? Tell us when we're trying to take the easy way out, right? All of those things, that is what holding someone accountable. Those are the things I should say, is that when someone asks me to hold them accountable, those are the things that I want to hold you accountable to. And what I've learned is most people, one, with accountability, really do not want the accountability. It sounds amazing to them, but when somebody points out the negative, they really retract and put up a guard. And instead of receiving the message with their heart and digesting it, right? Every message doesn't have to be digested fully. So many messages, you can just chew the meat and spit out the bones. You know what I mean? Right? Some things that I say may not apply to you, but chew on the meat, digest the things that that need to be digested, right? And spit out the rest, right? Absorb the good stuff. Right? So we don't really want that. And so when I talk to you guys, I want you to really understand my heart behind that. Accountability is so important, ladies, so important to, when you're at work, right? Your boss, your manager, your peers, there is a sense of accountability. They hold you accountable for coming in in doing your job and doing it well and doing it to your greatest potential. And for some reason, we don't have an issue doing that, right? But when it comes to other parts of our life, we have a major issue when somebody points out the things that we are not doing well. Right? So the other thing that I feel like where we lack when it comes to accountability is time. We are overfilling our schedules and overfilling our life and doing all kinds of things. Anytime there is any type of time where we can sit back, rest, grow spiritually, grow mentally, um, you know, go to the gym and work out. If there's any bit of time there, so many times we try to fill that with things or people or places that are not providing anything for us. And again, I say that with so much love, right? Our goals, our things that these things that we wrote down on our targets, those need time. And if you are constantly filling your plate and your schedule with things other than those, right? Other than what we need to do to achieve our goals, then you're not allowing me to hold you accountable, right? I can say all I want, but if you're not going to put anything into action, it does no good, right? It does no good to ask someone to hold you accountable. And then let's see, what else was on my heart besides making the time? Okay, alongside of that. So years ago, I was the type of person that said yes to everything. When it came to work, I did whatever they wanted me to do. I said yes to everything they asked me to do. I volunteered on my days off. I volunteered for company functions. When I had 2 small children at home that I already wasn't seeing, and I said yes to all kinds of things in my church. I was leading things. I was putting on different events. I was saying yes to every birthday party, every graduation, every wedding, every part, whatever. I was saying yes to all these things because in my mind, I wanted to. I love saying yes to people. I love making them happy, right? But in the end, I was not really happy in doing those things. My heart was not necessarily in those things, and I was not able to give what I wanted to give 100% or 100% of what they deserved when I said yes to something that I really didn't want to, right? And so I say that because an overwhelmed schedule leads to an underwhelmed soul. And gosh, just soak that and chew on that meat for a little bit. An overwhelmed schedule leads to an underwhelmed soul. And when that happens, all of those things that we wrote down on our targets are never going to take place, right? They're never going to take place. And here's the last thing I want to tell you guys about. When it comes to saying yes to all those things, the things that are filling our schedules, I want to know if when you say yes to them, is it bringing you the utmost joy? And is it going to bring the other party, right, the utmost joy when you say yes? If the answer is no, then you can say no, right, to those things. You don't always have to say yes to them. Hold on, I had a brain fart, but I had something else. Hold on, I don't know if I wrote it down, but I wanted to say something else. Hold on, I have to think of, okay.